Thanks for joining me for this edition of the Church Security Answer Man. Have I got some good news for you for a change about a violent incident that was thwarted? It's not at a church, but it's at a church or a Christian school, a Christian high school in Ontario, California. So let's take a look at the details. On the 8th, the police determined there was viable threats being made by a student, and I haven't heard the details on that. But what we do know is an 18-year-old student at Ontario Christian High School has been charged just Wednesday. The charges include 5 counts of attempted murder, 1 count of attempted criminal threats. I'm not going to use the student's name, even though he's 18 years of age. You can find it, it's plastered all over the internet, but I just don't want to talk about this. In this situation, I've chosen, I'm not going to talk about the name. You can see the photo, some of the selfies. The violent person was taking the person that was prepared to be an active shooter at his high school there. This 18-year-old Ontario PD says he was very fixated. So they went to his house on Wednesday to arrest him. They had a student that reported this. That's awesome. And they went to his house to arrest him. And I guess along with his electronic searches and looking at his Facebook and everything, they determined that he was very fixated with school shootings, especially the Columbine incident that happened, I believe, in 1999. He was also fixated with police response times. He was checking those things out. And he was also checking out tactical supplies. And this is the kind of stuff they could see with his searches. When they went to his home to arrest him, they found 7 rifles, 2 revolvers, 1 handgun, 1 shotgun, and more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition. And you can see him there doing one of his selfie poses with some sort of knife and some tactical gloves or something there. So he was apparently planning, they believe, the shooting for. There's some reports that on April 20th, which is the anniversary of Columbine High School shooting from 1999, or around April 20th. Those were the reports that I saw. And he had possibly already chosen the students as well. Apparently 5 students that he was looking at, and possibly a 6th. And I'm not sure how they determined that, because it was said that he was not, it was not in his computer that he was threatening those or targeting those students. Another student at the school did report this to school officials once that student had learned of the details. And I'm not sure, apparently maybe there was some discussion between him and the suspect, and police are rightfully, I believe, calling that student a hero in this incident. So thanks for joining me for this discussion. I think it's important for us to talk about it. We're talking about a private school, a Christian school. So I chose we need to discuss this. It's very relative to our churches and our Christians. And I think it's important for us to discuss. This stuff can happen anywhere, and we need to continue to be on the lookout for this stuff. And if you can get some information, I hope you're looking at having a tip line. We've talked about that before in your church, a tip line for somebody that comes across some information that they don't want to go directly to somebody, but maybe have a tip line, a phone that they can text, or some anonymous way to send a little bit of a tip to give you a heads up, maybe on somebody who's plotting something because of whatever issues they're having in their lives. So keep that in mind. It's easy to do. Put a slide up in front of your congregation, give them a phone number, and just remind them of that every once in a while, that that number is available if they want to send an anonymous tip. So thanks for joining me. Hey, if you want to look at other stuff, check out the links in the description down below. We've got all kinds of information for you. And I hope you'll subscribe to our channel and connect with us. And we want to connect with you and inform you and educate you whenever there's something we feel like we can learn from.